NECRONOMICON Stories, Episode 4, My Bad Experiences with the Necronomicon. When I was a young man, I was heavily into the occult, and I remember going outside during the summer and sitting at this table and reading the Satanic Bible, and I was always looking for books about witchcraft and just anything about the occult that I could get my hands on. I would read about it. That of course included the Necronomicon. When I was about 16 years old, I got a copy of the Necronomicon. It was a paperback copy, just like, everybody else gets of the Necronomicon. So anyway, I was reading that a lot. I was like really, really heavily into it. And I was living in Michigan at the time, in Inkster, Michigan at the time. And my best friend, Troy, I went and spent the night at his house. Okay. And we were sleeping in bunk beds, and I was on the bottom of the bunk bed and he was on the top. And in the middle of the night, the top bunk became dislodged, and the wood, the pieces of wood that constructed the top bunk hit me in the head real hard. That's how I woke up. And when I woke up, I heard in my head a line from the Necronomicon booming in my head. I don't want to repeat it. It's a phrase that's repeated over and over again in the Necronomicon. But anyway, that is the first one. The second one was a lot more recent. This is like 2012, 2013 maybe. I had come into the possession of what I consider to be the most powerful physical copy of the Necronomicon in existence. And I'm not going to elaborate on that. I'm not going to talk about it. But I do have this hardcover copy of the Necronomicon, and there's something that's very, very special about it. And again, I'm not going to elaborate on that. But this is the second bad thing that happened. What happened was that, when I got the book, first of all, I was going through the book, and it was really weird because there was like a piece of hair, like when I opened it, there was like a piece of hair between the pages of the book. And so like I turned the page and the hair was back again. And then I turned the page and the hair was back again. So every time I turned the page, I swear to God, the hair would move to the next page. And I'm not exactly sure why. And I got confused at first, but then I realized that somehow when I would turn the page of the book, that hair would come from the previous page and come. It was really, really weird. But I mean, that's just strange. But the bad thing that happened was that I got really, really sick with a bout of vertigo where I never experienced anything like this in my entire life. Imagine the entire room spinning violently, nonstop for 4 days, and vomiting constantly. That's what happened. Now, was this caused by the Necronomicon? I don't know. I had even gotten thoughts in my head that somebody might have like rubbed poison on the outside of the book or something like that. But I contacted the person that I got it from, and he had who I trust him. He verified that he looked through the book and didn't experience anything bad. But anyway, I had to go to the doctor and be treated for vertigo. It was really, at first I didn't know what to think about this. I thought it was like a bad flu or something. But I put that Necronomicon up on the shelf in my library, and I have not gotten it down or used it since. So those are the two main things that have happened. This has happened to me before with other occult type items. Like I had purchased from a museum in Romania a silver box full of dirt from Vlad the Impaler's grave, actual dirt from his grave. And this box had sat in a Romanian museum since 1911. And when they closed the museum, they just sold everything. They had a lot of things too, like vampire hunting kits from that era. It was really weird. But shortly after I purchased that box of dirt, by the way, when you open it up, it's got a ceramic crucifix inside of it on top of the dirt. People ask me to see, over the years, people have asked me to see the inside of the box. I've showed it to a couple of people, and people have actually asked me for some of the dirt out of there, and I've never done it because I don't want to cause any trouble. But just everything just started going wrong when I got that when I got that box of dirt. My dog was diagnosed with cancer, and this was all the way back in 2006, 2007, something like that. Probably around 2006. But anyway, I don't know. I talked to a friend of mine about it, and he told me that that things like that happen because it's like being on a train, and when you change tracks, there's a sudden jolt when you go on the other track. I don't know, but anyway, for what it's worth, those are the two things that the two negative experiences that I've had with the Necronomicon. Thank you for watching this video, and please view our other videos because this video is part of an entire series about the Necronomicon and the man who published it, Larry Barnes. And I personally knew Larry Barnes, and you'll be hearing a lot more stories about that. So please subscribe and take care. Bye-bye.